Hi everyone, this is Shiny, Assistant Professor, Emmanuel Arasa, College of Pharmacy. In this video, I am going to discuss about homeostasis. The definition of homeostasis is maintenance of the constancy of internal environment of the body, which means body's ability to maintain the internal condition within the narrow limits. The example for the internal environment is extracellular fluid, which include interstitial fluid. The volume and composition of this interstitial fluid should be maintained within the narrow limits. Any failure of this homeostasis will lead to disease. Homeostasis is maintained by the control systems of the body. They are genetic control in all the cells and system working within the organs as a system operating throughout the entire body to control interrelation between the organs. Here are the some regulating system and their functions. Respiratory system regulates the carbon dioxide content. Liver and pancreas regulates the glucose content. Kidney regulates the concentration of iron. Cardiovascular system controls the blood flow and temperature regulation. Nervous system and endocrine system regulate the function of other systems. The next, the components of control system, which includes sensor, controlling center and effector. Sensor will detect the disturbances in the internal condition. If any disturbances in the internal condition, the sensitized nerve cells in the sensor will send the signals to the controlling center. The controlling center has group of cells in the hypothalamus. This controlling center will detect the changes in the internal condition and give signals to the effector. The effector will produces the effects and change the internal condition to the normal level. Homeostatic mechanism contains two main mechanisms. One is negative feedback mechanism and another one is positive feedback mechanism. The example for the negative feedback mechanism is regulation of blood pressure by baroreceptor and the regulation of hormonal secretion. Example, thyroid hormone secretion, insulin hormone secretion, glucagon secretion and growth hormone secretion. Some other examples for negative feedback mechanism are temperature regulation and pH regulation. Next, components of the negative feedback regulation. When the disturbances occurs in the controlled variable at a set point. Controlled variable means our body has a internal condition. It will be having the normal values between the point. And if any disturbances occurs on the controlled variable at a set point, it will send to the sensor. The sensor will monitor the current value and the preset value and it will send to the feedback signals and this feedback signal sent to the controller. Controller compares the set point and the present value. If any error occurs, it will send to the effector response through the output effectors and this effector response will produce the correction. This correction value should be maintained at the set point and this correction value centered to the controller and the controlled variable. The next one is positive feedback mechanism. It is the effect of regulating system which magnifies the error and sets in vicious cycle which stops only when the initial stimulus is removed. The example for the positive feedback mechanism. When the body meets 2 liters of blood loss, it produces the ineffective heart pump. This ineffective heart pump will lead to decreased blood pressure. This decreased blood pressure will shows decrease in the blood flow to the heart muscle and weakness of heart muscle. This weakness of heart muscle will leads to decrease in the heart pump. This decrease in the heart pump also decreases the BP. The vicious cycle is continuous, and the vicious cycle stops when the blood volume is corrected. Some of the useful examples of positive feedback regulation: Hodgkin's cycle for sodium transport during action potential, and oxytocin secretion during parturition, luteinizing hormone surge for ovulation, enzymatic cascade for blood coagulation, activation of digestive enzyme. These are the positive feedback regulation example. Thank you.